Peadar Kearney, Peadar Kearney Irish, Peadar Ó Cearnaígh ˈpῆad ˈcaɾ槤ního, 12 December 1883 – 24 November 1942, was an Irish Republican and composer of numerous rebel songs. In 1907 he wrote the lyrics to a soldier's song Irish, Amhrán bhFiann, now the Irish national anthem. He was the uncle of Irish writers Brendan Behan, Brendan Behan, and Dominic Behan. Background: Kearney was born in 1883 at 68 Lower Dorset Street, Dublin, above one of the two grocers' shops owned by his father, John Kearney (1854–1897), originally from Funchal, Collin, County Louth. John soon after lost his businesses and lived precariously as an insurance agent. Peadar's mother, Katie Nee McGuinness (1859–60, 1907), was from Rathmaiden, Slane, County Meath. Peadar was educated at the Model School, Schoolhouse Lane, and St. Joseph's CBS in Fairview. He heard Willie Rooney give nationalist lectures on history in the Mechanics' Institute. He started at Belvedere College but played truant to escape beatings, so that his father ended his education and got him a job at a bicycle repair shop. His father died of pneumonia soon after, leaving Peadar to support his mother and 5 younger siblings. He had various menial jobs for 3 years before being apprenticed to a house painter. He is a distant relative of Irish-Spanish resident Sandra Dunn, formerly Brady of the Campoamor region in Spain. Political activity. In 1901, the death of William Rooney prompted Kearney to join the Willie Rooney branch of the Gaelic League. He joined the Irish Republican Brotherhood in 1903. He taught night classes in Irish and numbered Sean O'Casey among his pupils. He found work with the National Theatre Society and in 1904 was one of the first to inspect the derelict building that became the Abbey Theatre, which opened its doors on 27 December of that year. He assisted with props and performed occasional walk-on parts at the Abbey until 1916. Kearney was a co-founder of the Irish Volunteers in 1913. He took part in the Howth and Kilcool gun runnings in 1914. In the Easter Rising of 1916, Kearney fought at Jacob's Biscuit Factory under Thomas MacDonagh, abandoning an Abbey theatre. He escaped before the garrison was taken into custody. He was active in the War of Independence. On 25 November 1920 he was captured at his home in Summerhill, Dublin, and was interned first in Collinstown Camp in Dublin and later in Ballyconneller Camp in County Down. A personal friend of Michael Collins, Kearney at first took the Free State side in the Civil War, but lost faith in the Free State after Collins's death. He took no further part in politics, returning to his original trade of house painting. Kearney died in relative poverty in Inchicore in 1942. He is buried in Glasnevin Cemetery in Dublin. He was survived by his wife Eva and 2 sons, Pierce and Con. Songs and legacy. Kearney's songs were highly popular with the Volunteers, which later became the IRA in the 1913–22 period. Most popular was the Soldier's Song. Kearney penned the original English lyrics in 1907, and his friend and musical collaborator Patrick Heaney composed the music. The lyrics were published in 1912, and the music in 1916. After 1916 it replaced God Save Ireland as the anthem of Irish nationalists. The Irish Free State was established in 1922 and formally adopted the anthem in 1926. Subsequently, theaters and the state broadcaster began playing the anthem at the end of performances, and Kearney prepared to take legal action to demand royalties, obliging the state to acquire the copyright in 1934 for £980 each to Kearney and the heirs of Heaney, who had died. From the 1930s, the anthem was increasingly sung in Irish in a translation by Liam O'Rinn. Other well-known songs by Kearney include Down by the Glenside, The Tricoloured Ribbon, Down by the Liffey Side, Knockcrookherry, about the village of Knockcrookherry, and Éireann go bragh. Éireann go bragh was the text on the Irish national flag before the adoption of the tricolour. Kearney was the uncle of the writers Brendan and Dominic Behan, both of whom were also Republicans and songwriters, via his sister Kathleen Kearney, who married Stephen Behan, one of Michael Collins's 12 apostles. Brendan Behan was in prison when Kearney died and was refused permission to attend his funeral. In a letter to Kearney's son, Pierce, he said, "My uncle Peter was the one, outside my own parents, who excited the admiration and love that is friendship." In 1957, his sister Margaret's son, Seamus de Burke or Jimmy Burke, published a biography of Kearney, The Soldier's Song, the story of Peadar Ó Cearnaígh. In 1976, de Burke also published Kearney's letters to his wife written during his internment. In 1921, were published as My Dear Eva, Eva, Dear Eva, Dear Eva, Dear Eva, Dear Eva, Dear Eva, Eva, Dear Eva, Dear Eva. Letters from Ballykinler Internment Camp, 1921. A wall plaque on the west side of Dorset Street commemorates his birth there.